Welcome to Breaking Chains and Building Dreams the Wrong the Strong Way. Today, we're diving deep into the transformative power of love. Yes, love. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my wife for her profound impact her love has had on my life. It's a journey that's reshaped my understanding of love, family, and self. Join me as I explore the profound impact of love, understanding, and transformation. If you're ready, you're part of the team, part of the familia, mi raza. You already know what time it is. Súbanse la suburban, because we're about to take a ride. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Breaking Chains and Building Dreams. My memories of when I first got on my knees and started my walk, I can't sit here and lie. Like, I had vivid dreams of me being on the floor, rolled up in the ball because I was so tired of all the hate and just everything bad that I was carrying around. That in my dreams and visions, I guess you could say, I was watching my wife stand up and hold that shield and just kind of fight off everybody off of me, because she was the one that was, praying the most for me and just sticking by my side through like my darkest moments, because change did not come easy to me. Yes, when I got on my knees and everything changed, everything was new. It went from pretty much darkness to light, because I went from hating to learning to forgive and love and like I tell people, like, this is like a school that you're gonna be going to for the rest of your life. Like, don't trip if you don't get it right the first time or the second time or the third. Like, nobody here is here to judge you. Like, it's why I tell the men and the women that I work with in the prison system, like, I want them to speak and tell me what they're struggling with, because this is a judgment-free zone. Nobody should judge you. Every sin is a sin. Every struggle is a struggle. Just remembering the love and just her standing by my side in my darkest moments just helps me understand even more, like, the love that God has for us, especially when we start to obey and we start to, just kind of, I guess you could say, really give in and stop fighting it so much, like giving complete control and getting on your knees and just giving it all up. I know it's hard, but it's like an experience of love and transformation that I don't think most people haven't really experienced, because I hear people say that they've been saved and stuff like that, but do you truly remember, like, what happened that day? Do you truly remember, like, what you felt, like, what was happening? It's been a journey. And it's been a school, but I have learned so much, and it's crazy that, like, me spending so much time in prison and everything, like, I've read books, and there's scientific, like to back up what love could do for people in their minds, their hearts, their well-being, their mental state. It rewires your brain, because love has an effect on you. It starts to build like resilience. I don't know how to explain it, but love is God, and God has really taught me a lot of things, and one of the biggest things is like today how grateful I am for having my wife in my life. How grateful I am for the powerful women that have been in my life, my sisters, my grandma, my aunts, the mother of my children. You know, I didn't understand love back then, so I was like a bumper car when it came to it. Love would come around and I would like crash into it and then bounce off later, and I would be gone. The longest relationship that I've had up to this date is the relationship that I had with prison. The second one now is my wife. It's the longest relationship I've had that I've been with, and like we're going on 4 years and a half, and it's really just changed so many things about me. It's actually made me a better father. I don't fight with my baby moms no more. I understand what they're struggling with and what they're going through. I've learned to just remove myself from places that I feel that I'm not welcome, or but without anger or nothing, just love. Just, hey, do I have my moments? Yeah. I mean, it's human, and that's what I tell people, like, don't let guilt take you back to sin. Don't convince yourself that it's already done and said. Not like that. It's done and said the other way. We could survive this. I got my peer support certification, and a lot of the big things we talked about was mental health, and it's crazy because a lot of people are struggling with a lot of mental health issues, and a lot of people are not discussing it, but you can see the signs. And love could even change that. And I tell people, look at me, and it's created and developed like a purpose in me. When I came home from prison, and no one would want to rent to me, no one was trying to give me a job, no one was believing in me. It was hard. It was very few people that said, okay, maybe, my probation officer, then some of my clients, and it started to create a chain of events that one has to be receptive to, or you can miss it. But that's the thing, is that most of us that grew up on the streets, that have been incarcerated for long times, or have been in and out of prison, drug abuse, mental health, blah, 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 we don't know what love looks like because we've really never had it. So it's crazy because a lot of us do miss it when it comes around. Coming home with like lack of resources, limited opportunity for personal development, like the social like stigma of person that's been in jail. It was crazy because then you get to the halfway house and you see everybody going back. Like, now you know why recidivism is so high, because like a man without a purpose is a dangerous man. And somebody asked me yesterday when I was talking at the East Moline prison, what would I recommend when he got out to the halfway house? And honestly, I told him to take advantage of the whole 6 months in the halfway house, the programs, rehab centers, just everything that he could get his hands on once he got out, to be able to reduce that repeat, visitation program. And it's why I do what I do. I mean, when my wife taught me what love was, and seeing it through her, like what God was doing in her, and like for me, it was crazy, because like it created a sense of purpose in me. Like it's why, like, I go into these prisons, and I want to like educate and mentor these men and women to build these skills, because these are skills that can be learned. And giving them a sense of purpose with the personal training program, and then applying the USP MAX program, where it's really about day-to-day life. It's a program with videos, a workbook, and a journal. And it starts off with a 90-day visitation to self, learning to be alone, learning to sleep, creating habits, learning to forgive, and really being good at doing that every day, and then aligning that and getting your purpose in your life together, of course, with God first leading the way. But it's why I spend so much personal time in the prisons, because I really believe that God, education, habits, skills are tangible if taught right, in a way that they understand it. I was telling Omar, I had a really good teacher, shout outs to John Humphrey. That's my dude. Whitest dude you ever meet. Was a cop for 30 years. Who would have figured, right? But has been a great teacher to me. Has taught me so many things about my walk, my falls, my trips, information. He's been a good teacher, and it's helped me. It's helped me see how great and profound God is, and just going back and being able to share this message has really like done something for me. On Tuesdays, we'll be stepping into the re-entry program off of Pinnacle Peak in I-17. On Thursdays, we'll be at the women's prison, and Fridays at Lewis. And this is all like I donate this time and this program, because I really believe that this is a beginning to something bigger that really I can't comprehend. It's just God putting a dream in my heart. But it's more than that, because it's being there when they get out. Not just going there, tickling their ears, and then letting them like fend for themselves, or throwing them out to the wolves. No, you have to show them that you're there. That first phone call, that being at the gate if you can, being at a graduation. These are all things that are love. And consistency starts rewiring these people's brains, mine. It starts to take that, this is too good to be true, because most of us that grew up on the streets, that's how we feel. This is too good to be true, because in most cases it was for us. But you don't have to worry about that with God. You just have to give it a try. I tell people, I'm gonna stop telling you so much about it, and just show you and live it, and just if you truly have Christ in your heart, I believe that people see it, and you really don't even have to try and tell people about it, because you're showing that it's in your heart, it's in your walk, it's in your talk. it's what true love is, and it's been a walk with a lot of crying. I'm not gonna lie, but has it changed my life? Man, it's changed me so much. You know, back in the day, I'm not gonna lie, like the gym life, working out, was an addiction for me. It was something that I loved above everything else. And today, I have to say that is, I love God, number one. I love my wife. And I just love my purpose and what I'm doing with these men and women in the system. As we conclude today's episode, I want to remind you of the words of Nelson Mandela. And yes, I did read a lot of books in prison. I just never put them to use until today, that I know what love is. Education is the most powerful weapon next to love, which you can use to change the world through our collective efforts and community to empower those behind bars. We have the opportunity to cause a chain reaction within the prison system and beyond. So let's continue to stand as beacons of hope, advocates for transformation. Together we can build a brighter future for all of us. If you'd like to support our mission and make a difference in the lives of those impacted by incarceration, please consider donating to our cause. Your contributions will help us provide education, mentorship, and support to individuals seeking positive change. Thank you for your generosity and continue to make a difference. My name is JC. You already know, live for him. He is the one and the only one. I love you guys. Stay Jesus.